Hello everyone, my name is Chandra Prakash Bahuguna and today I want to discuss interview question for the Apache Solar. So this was the real interview and the company name was the Cognizant and the company location is Delhi NCR and the interview date was the July 19, 2025. So the first question they asked me types of analyzer in solar. So in Apache Solar, an analyzer is a component used during indexing and searching to process textual data. It typically consists of tokenizer followed by the token filters. Solar supports several types of analyzer based on use cases and languages. So here are the main types of the analyzers in Solar. First is the standard analyzer. So default analyzer for English and general text. Use standard tokenizer, lowercase filter, and stop filter. Remove stop words, lowercase text, and handles punctuation well. So use case general English text search. White space analyzer splits text at white space, no filtering or lowering or lowercasing. Use case simple exact token splitting without any normalization. Third, simple analyzer splits on non-letter characters, converts everything to lowercase, use case basic normalization for text. Fourth, keyword analyzer treats the entire input as single token, no tokenization, use case exact match fields like IDs, URLs, or file path. Fifth, stop analyzer similar to simple analyzer but also remove stop words, useful when you want simple text handling with stop word removal. Sixth, classic analyzer, older version of the standard analyzer, useful for backwards compatibility with the earlier Lucene versions. Seventh, custom analyzer, you define a tokenizer plus one or more filters. Very common in real world solar setup. For example, you have analyzer and tokenizer class solar.standard tokenizer factory, then filter class solar.lowercase filter factory, then filter class solar.stop filters factory, words stopwords.text, and a filter class solar.the snowball power filter factory language English. Eighth, language specific analyzer. Solar provides analyzer for many languages like English, Hindi, French, German, Chinese, etc. Each includes language-specific tokenizer, filters, stammers, stopword lists. Example, Solar.Hindi normalization filter factory, Solar.ICU folding filter factory. Ninth is the ICU analyzer that is Unicode based. Handles non-ASCII scripts, accents, and complex languages. Uses ICU tokenizer, ICU folding filter, etc. Use cases multilingual or internationalization applications. 10th, Ngram analyzers. Useful for autocomplete or prefix suffix matching. Tokenizer substring of tokens. Example, filter class solar.edgeNgram filter factory and min gram size 1 and max gram size 20. So summary table, analyzer type, description, use case. Okay, so how many analyzer are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 analyzer in summary table. First was the standard analyzer, default handle punctuation and general purpose text. Second is the white space analyzer, tokenizer by the white space, exact token, no normalization. Simple analyzer, letters only, lowercase, basic text fields. Keyword analyzer, no tokenization, IDs, filters, path, codes. Stop analyzer, like simple plus stop words, basic plus filtering common words. Classic analyzer, legacy standards, backward compatibility. Then custom analyzer, fully configurable, production systems. Language analyzer, language specific tokenizer, international applications. ICU analyzer, Unicode normalization, and multilingual search. 10th, Ngram, Ngram, substring tokens, autocomplete, prefix search. Give an example from the scratch means from the creating code. Okay. So first of all, we have to create a core, then define a schema, then add a field with the custom analyzer, tokenizer plus filters, then index some data and search using it. Okay. So step by step is Solr core with the custom analyzer. First of all, you have to start the Solr, then create one core, then go to the schema file, which is inside the my core, then config, then managed schema. Then open this file and in managed schema, add a custom field type name equal to txt text custom class Solr.text field. Then analyzer tokenizer class Solr.standard tokenizer factory. Then filter class Solr.lowercase filter factory. Filter class Solr.stop filters factory. Words stop words.txt and ignore case true. Then filter class equal to Solr.porter stamp filter factory. Then close the analyzer and close the field type. So field type equal to description, type equal to text underscore custom and index true, store true. So what does it mean? It means tokenizer which is split into your string, split text into words, then lowercase filters convert to the lowercase, then stop filter remove common words like is, the, then porter stem filter which applies stemming. So what is the stemming? Let us suppose you have running, so it will convert to run. Okay. So generally there was the tokenizer, lowercase filter, stop filter and porter stem filter. This is very important. Porter stem filter is the for the stemming. You can remember this name by using the porter stem filter, and stemming which for example running converts to run. Also make sure the stopword.txt exists in the config. So you have to upload this file stopwords.txt also. Step 5, restart core or reload schema, and then add some document. You can post data using the post.jar or by the curl. So let us suppose we are using the curl. So curl, then you have to provide the what do we call URL localhost 8983 Solr mycore update JSON docs, then query string commit equal to true -h, then this one application JSON. Okay, then inside that you have to provide the id equal to 1 and description the foxes are running fast. Okay, also you can add another data here. Similar thing you have to do. Localhost :8983 Solr mycore update JSON docs query string commit equal to true, and then application JSON -d. Then add id equal to 2, description of fast runner runs faster. So we have provided two IDs here. Okay. So now query it. So now in the URL just hit this thing, localhost :8983 Solr mycore select query string q equal to description : run. So the output will match both documents because of the stemming. So the summary is you created a core with a custom analyzer using standard tokenizer factory, lowercase filter factory, stop filter factory, and porter stem filter factory. So you index document and search using the stemmed terms. So this was the first question, that all about the analyzer. Now the second question they asked me, how many nodes I was using in my projects. So in my project at GEM, that is Government Marketplace, I worked only on the development environment where we had a standalone solar setup with a single node and a single core. So I did not directly work on the production cluster, but I do understand how solar cloud works with the multiple nodes, shards and replicas, which are typically used in production for scalability and fault tolerance. Question number third, new request handler. Okay, when a user runs a search in Solar, the search query is processed by request handler. They asked me, new request handler want to make and then search. Okay, you have to create a request handler and then search. Okay. So for that we have to go to the inside the managed schema, then file, then field name, ID, title, category. You have to mention inside the managed schema. Then restart the Solar and you can create a JSON file here. Okay. Let us suppose you have created a JSON file. Okay, and let us suppose inside that JSON file you have two IDs, ID1 title category, ID2 title category. Okay, so this is your JSON file. Now post JSON data using curl. So curl localhost 8983 solar analyzer underscore core. This is your core name. Then slash update commit equal to true. Update query string commit equal to true. And then you have to provide the application slash JSON and the data binary. Then you have to provide the path for that JSON file. Okay, now search the data, search all documents. So localhost 8983 solar analyzer underscore core, select query string q equal to asterisk colon asterisk and ident equal to true. So search by field. Localhost 8983 solar analyzer underscore core, select query string q equal to title colon solar. Step 7, add custom request handler, that is optional. So in the solar config.xml where you have the handlers are located. So inside that you have to add request handler name slash custom search class solar dot search handler. Then inside that you have to provide the name equal to default and string 3 string you have to provide. Okay, this one the edit max title and 10. Then close the request handler. Now hit this URL on the this URL like the local in the your browser localhost colon 8983 solar analyzer underscore core custom search and query string q equal to solar. Okay. So another question they ask me, which file we were using in the solar like JSON and XML. Okay, so configuration file solar config.xml, schema.xml or managed schema. So the format was the XML. For document indexing, add.json, add.xml. So we can use both JSON or XML here. For filters and security, stopwatch.txt, synonyms.txt and security.json. So again we are using both txt and the JSON, not the XML here. Okay, in the filters and security. The question number 5, they asked me from where I was getting data in my recent project. Okay, so in the GEM project I worked with the Apache Solar that and integrated it using Solarium in PHP. For local setup, we manually created a core name DB collection using solar create core command. Solar used the default managed schema, which include dynamic fields that matched the structure of our index document. This allowed the project to run smoothly without requiring any manual changes to schema.xml or solar config.xml. Our Solarium configuration pointed directly to the DB collection core, and once Solar was started, the project worked as expected. This simplified local setup for all team members and ensure consistency across environment. Question number 6. How do you add fields in Apache Solar? So step by step. Okay, so first of all, start the Solar, create a new core. Let us suppose the core name is a collection, and add a fields using Schema API. You can add a field product name of type string using a simple HTTP post. So option A is by using curl. So curl -x post, then localhost 8983 solar my collection schema -h, and again content type application JSON, and then provide add field name type stored index. Okay, so by using the curl you can add these fields. Option 2 is using solar admin. Okay, go to the localhost :8983 solar, click on the my collection schema and add fields. So their product name, then you have to provide name equal to product name, type string, check stored index, and click add fields. Okay, so step 4, index a document curl -x post http localhost 8983 solar my collection update json docs content type application json -d, then provide the id, product name, and Samsung Galaxy. Okay, you have to provide the id and the product name. Then commit curl, then localhost :8983 solar my collection update query string commit equal to true. Now you are committed. Then query the document localhost :8983 solar my collection select, and this is what do you call query string q equal to *:* add and true. So summary is, first of all you have to start the solar, then create a core, then add field via the schema API, and index a document and query to verify. Question number 7, they ask me soft commit and hard commit. Soft commit: make a document visible to queries without flushing them to disk. Hard commit: write changes to the disk. This is a much expensive. Real time get, that is RTG, bypass the index to fetch the latest version of document directly. So interviewer one-liner: a soft commit makes data searchable quickly but doesn't persist it to the disk, while a hard commit saves data to disk and ensure durability at the cost of speed. Or Apache Solar support near real-time, that is NRT, indexing using a combination of soft commit, hard commit, real-time get, transaction log. So one by one view. Okay, one by one I want to discuss this. So soft commit makes documents searchable quickly, that is within 1 second, does not persist to disk, then ideal for real-time use cases. So auto soft commit, max time 1000, close max time, and then auto soft commit. Second is the hard commit, flushes data to disk, loosens index plus transaction log, then makes document durable and persistent, slower than soft commit. Then auto commit, max size 15,000 max size, that is every 15 seconds. Then auto commit close. Ensures data safety but not as fast for the search visibility. Third is the RTG, real time get. Fetch latest version of a document even before soft or hard commit. So get solar core get and the query string ID equal to 123. So this is useful for the confirming an update was successful. Fourth is the transaction log, that is T-log. Stores recent updates in memory and log. Enable RTG and soft commit. Helps recover data after Solar restart. So the summary is Solar achieves real-time indexing using soft commits for fast search visibility, hard commits for durability, and real-time to access the latest version instantly. It balances the performance and safety using a transaction log. Question number 8, manual commit. A manual commit tells Solar to write pending updates to disk and make them searchable. So it is used when the auto commit is disable or delayed. So way to commit manually using the URL localhost colon 8983 solar my collection update query string commit equal to true, or in the CMD you can use the curl and then use this entire URL like localhost colon 8983 solar my collection update query string commit equal to true, then send post with JSON optional. So if you are posting JSON docs, you can submit like this curl -x post and then localhost 8983 solar my collection update query string commit equal to true -h content type application JSON -d. Okay. Third, Solarium PHP example. PHP script like you have one page Solarium add commit.php and then include a file by using require vendor /autoload.php. So it will load the Solarium. Then client new Solarium client endpoint, then localhost, then provide the detail of the host, port, path and core. Now create a update query. Update equal to $update equal to $client create update. Add a document doc $doc equal to update create document. $doc ID 101, $doc product name Samsung Galaxy S24 and $update add document $doc. So manual commit, update, add commit, then execute, $result equal to $client, update. So echo document added and committed successfully. So click on the URL 127.0.1 or you can directly use the localhost colon 8983 solar my collection, select query string equal to asterisk colon asterisk and WT equal to JSON. So the response you will get is the response at a status 0 q time 1 params q and WT JSON. Another response you will get num number 1 start 0 num found exact true docs ID 101 product name Samsung Galaxy and version root. Okay. Another question, that is the question number 9. They ask me, how do you get Solar data in your system, JSON or XML? So to get data from Solar on your system, you can use HTTP GET request to retrieve results in either JSON or XML format. So get data in JSON format, use the URL format. So localhost colon 8983 solar my collection, select query string q equal to asterisk colon asterisk and WT equal to JSON. Then response, you will get the ID equal to 101 and product name Samsung Galaxy S24. Now get data in the XML format, use this URL format. So HTTP localhost 8983 solar core name and select. Okay. So example localhost colon 8983 solar my collection, select query string q equal to asterisk colon asterisk and WT equal to XML. Now the response you will get the ID and name. Okay. So parameter explain, q equal to asterisk colon asterisk. So it will return the query of all documents. WT equal to JSON, response format as JSON, and WT equal to XML, response format and XML. Question number 10, they ask me, have you ever made change in the Solar config and XML and schema.xml in your project? So in the Jam project, I worked with the Apache Solar and integrated it using Solarium in PHP. For local setup, we manually created a core name DB collection using Solar's create core command. Solar used to default managed schema which included dynamic fields that matched the structure of your index documents. This allowed the project to run smoothly without requiring any manual changes to schema.xml or solarconfig.xml. Our Solarium configuration pointed directly to the DB collection core, and once Solar was started, the project worked as expected. This simplified local setup for all team members and ensure consistency across environments. So yes, I have made changes in both schema.xml and solar.xml, solarconfig.xml in my professional and the personal projects. Apart from that, in my personal project at home, I frequently make changes in both files. For example, defining new field type, adding filter like the Agengram filter factory, configuring copy fields, enabling spell check or highlighting in solarconfig.xml, and setting up auto commit and custom request handler. So yes, I am comfortable making structure and functional changes in these configuration file as needed. So this was the question they asked me regarding my current project. So the question number 11, how many request handlers are there? The next question they asked me. So in Apache Solar, there are several types of request handler, and you can also define custom request handler in the solarconfig.xml. Here is a list of commonly used request handler. So slash select, most commonly used for querying documents. So handles get post request with queue, FQ, FL, rows, start, short, etc. Example localhost colon 8983 solar my collection select query string q equal to asterisk colon asterisk and wt equal to JSON. Second is slash update, used for adding, updating or deleting documents, usually via post v with JSON XML payload. So example curl. So you have to provide a URL localhost 8983 solar my collection update -d. Then inside that you have to provide the ID name. Okay. Third is the slash admin, handles administrative tasks like the ping, health check, course status, etc. So the example is the localhost colon 8983 solar admin course query string action equal to status. Fourth is the update slash JSON, a simplified handler to post JSON updates. Supports commands like add, delete, and commit. Fifth is slash get, retrieves a document by ID, faster than slash select for single document fetch. So example localhost colon 8983 solar my collection get query string ID equal to 101. Sixth is the export, used to stream large result set in cursor based approach, useful for exporting millions of docs. So require sorting on a unique key. Seventh slash spell, provides spelling suggestion, needs to be configured in the solarconfig.xml. Eighth is the slash term. So returns term statics like the unique values or frequency. So helpful for formatting and autocomplete. 9 is slash suggest. So provides autocomplete suggestion, often used with the analyzing suggester, FST lookup, etc. 10th is the slash replication, so used for the master slave application setup. So slash admin ping, used for pinging Solar to check availability. 12th is slash browser, that is optional slash custom, sometimes used in the custom UIs. So you can also define your own request handler name equal to slash custom and class equal to solar dot search handler. So then provide the echo params, that is explicit 10, and then close the request handler. Okay, so the summary for the request handlers are, these are the 12. Okay, so slash select query document, so URL is localhost colon 8983 slash solar my collection select query string q equal to asterisk colon asterisk. So this is for the select request handler. For update slash update, add, update or delete documents. So we can use solar my collection slash update. Update JSON, send JSON, format updated. So post to solar my collection update slash JSON. Get fetch documents by ID. So same localhost 8983 solar my collection get slash id equal to 101. Export stream large result sets used with the cursor cursor mark and sorting slash admin solar admin task. So localhost 8983 solar admin course query string action equal to status admin ping health check for solar core localhost 8983 solar my collection admin ping terms fetch term statics like the frequency localhost 8983 solar my collection terms.fl equal to field name spelling suggestion must be configured in the solar config.xml suggest autocomplete slash suggestions needs suggester setup replication master slave replication control localhost 8986 solar my collection replication browse UI based browsing custom setup that is optional then custom user defined handler via solar config.xml as defined in the solar config.xml. So I have worked with the major request handler like the select, update, get and suggest in both my home and the client projects. I have also configured custom handler in solar.xml for the feature like suggestion and synonyms. So the next and the last question they ask me path for the solar.log. So inside the server there is a file called logs. Okay. So these were the questions asked by the Cognizant and the location is the Delhi NCR. Then the interview date was the July 19, 2025. So I will share more interview question with you. Till then, bye.